Why, hello there. A nice day here. I do hope this video finds you well. I'm going to be bringing you a summary today of a knife I have done full review on. The full review will be linked down in the description. Yes, thank you. That's, oh god, boy, I'm already struggling for words and I just got started. Full review is longer, the summary is going to be much shorter. What are we looking at? We're looking at the ZT0055. I figure we might as well cover the summary of this one. I've done the full review not that long ago, but I just also did a full review of this cabinet, and the reason for that is both are GTC designs. You can possibly see some of the continuity in design language. Thinner up front, thicker in the back, with the GTC SLT, which is the spring-loaded tab flipper mechanism, though it's been executed a little bit more faithfully to the way he does it on the cabinet here, but both work pretty well. So, what are we looking at? We're looking at, just quickly, a decent sized knife, but it doesn't really feel that big. 3 3/4 blade length, 8 7/8 overall. So a little over 8 3/4. Yeah, it's a decent sized knife, but like I said, it doesn't feel that big. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of some of the angles and the arches, but yeah. You can definitely get a lot of real estate for grip. Like, this is much less prescriptive than this particular one. It has surprisingly neutral grip, and it's comfortable. It is. It's weirdly comfortable. It's a little angular, but I mean, it's perfectly fine. And maybe it's because the blade gets so thin up front, or it loses some height. It doesn't give the illusion of being that long. I don't know, but it is. Got a modified, do I call that a Tonto sheep's foot? I don't know. Sure, let's call that a Tonto sheep's foot. As I already mentioned, thinner grinds tend to be up front with thicker in the back. That's a GTC thing. I think it's personally counterintuitive, or the reverse of what it should be. Get off the blade. Because when you want to push something, I kind of like the thinner grind back here and the thicker grind up front. But it is what it is. This is definitely a knife that's going to be easily used for tip access and control and such stuff like that. This one, if you're wondering, no, this is not a standard variant of this knife. I guess it is big. It's hard to get on the screen. This variant was a sprint run variant that was all blacked out. This one's a heavily modified one. All that's been removed. You've got like an acid etch. In fact, it's getting a little bit of a... I'm not sure if that's a tiny bit of rust or just the aging. I think it's the aging. It hasn't really changed all that much since I got it. So it's meant to be like more of a shipwrecked aged thing. In fact, you got some like stippling and everything on here. And this is an antiqued like gray and bronze with some extra milling and stuff like that. It's been modified. Can't get that. I mean, the standard variant of this knife is discontinued, so you really can't get it very easily anyway, but this is a one-off, so yeah, unfortunately. But it spoke to me, so I picked it up when I had the chance a while back. Titanium frame lock knife. It's pretty straightforward. There is a lock bar insert. It runs on bearings, and yeah, even with the mods, yeah, as you can see, ZT did a pretty good job with that. It's very smooth. It's remain centered without play, and it's quite nice. The benefit of this tab, since we're talking about GTC, yeah, even though it lowers the position in relation to the pivot, though normally you want to higher to give more leverage, you're working against a spring, because it is the spring-loaded tab, so you're already building up a little bit of tension, and since it gets so far away, it creates a big lever for it to just throw out. It's extremely reliable, and honestly, these spring-loaded tabs they feel almost assisted, especially like this one. This one's even stronger, and it's slightly more faithful. This one's been modified slightly a bit. It doesn't look like his normal spring-loaded tab, but yeah, it's extremely reliable, extremely easy flipping action, regardless of the detent. It just rockets out. So there's definite benefit in using this thing, and it's a nice little design that he's come up with. And as you can see, GTC, SLT, yeah. On this particular model, the sharpening control on plunge grind would be terrible, but the stop pin is way up here, not, you know, it falls underneath the tab itself. So you can definitely cut in more. So I'm not going to complain too much. This has also been sharpened, so it's more exaggerated than it would normally be. But, I mean, ideally that would be better, but I'm not going to, like I said, you can't complain. You can just Dremel in a little bit more or something like that. There is a lanyard loop, a large one in fact, and the pocket clip is in fact reversible, despite the fact that it is, you know, asymmetrical, which normally you don't see when you get asymmetrical pocket clips that have, they tend to not be at all reversible. But this one should pretty much just, yeah, it's just aesthetic. It's just a little cutout on it, but it's other than that, it is mostly symmetrical. Well, actually, no, it's definitely asymmetrical, but it's done in a way that it can be reversed. So hey, lefties, that's good. I mean, it's still, you know, a right-handed frame lock, but but you can do it if you have one of these. All the hardware is also hidden on the front, which is a nice little touch. There's not actually that much hardware for being a decent sized knife. You've got 2 screws back here holding on to the sort of floating backspacer thing that's going on. That should be titanium too. And the pivot. And as you can see, this is GTC's sort of custom pivot style. I don't know why he does pivots like that, but ZT, fortunately, thankfully, put not the custom pivot on both sides and instead opted for a Torx. Not the case on the Cabot here. This one's got the custom pivot ends on both ends, so you're going to actually have to use that to interface with to get that pivot chain adjusted. This one, not so much. I do appreciate that. Lock bar access is good, actually quite good, easy to get to, as I hit myself coming down. And honestly, beyond the unique aesthetic here, which is very subjective, and the tab, this is a titanium frame lock. However, it is executed pretty darn well. And it's very, very, I like it. I like the style, but as this, it's definitely going to be subjective. It just is. So anything GTC is going to be sort of, do you feel it or do you not? So I'll leave that up to you. Other than that, though, yeah, I mean, it's a really unique design, and I am here for the unique designs. I particularly like seeking them out and finding different things like that. That's why I got the Cabot. It's why things like this kind of oddly shaped thing is on my desk, right? It's why Vanguard has something like this, and I'm all about it. I like the unique stuff. It keeps the hobby interesting, though. I do, of course, just appreciate some of the standard knives when they come about, but yeah. Some variance is fun, and this is definitely that. So, I think I've covered everything that I really want to just quickly talk about for the summary of this knife. See? Quicker. I'm going to end things here, say thank you for watching, and consider liking and subscribing for more. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.